Uh-oh, it is hump day, ladies and gentlemen. It is hump day. This is your boy, Asa Carmen, bringing you flame. You already know. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell, homie. You be left in that loop. You know what the business be like. It's approximately by like 3:40 a.m. Central Time. Hump day, like I said before. Getting it in. People go ahead and get it in out the mud every day, clocking in, putting up with the man, putting up with the man, fulfilling his wants at his plantation. But once you do that, fellas, you already know, man. Working hard and play hard, man, that's good for the soul. Going through the struggle, good for the soul. You know what I'm saying? Persecution is good for you. It sucks going through it, but it's prescribed. It's prescribed for you. It's really prescribed for you. You know what I'm saying? Everything you go through is for a purpose. It's just I don't know what that was, y'all, but it can stop. It really can stop. But for people who get it out the mud, especially small business owners, uh, big companies, the Bud Light, I mean the Ann Arbor Bush situation, uh, it made a whole ripple effect on the world and the economy for grown folks kicking it, which is the beer industry. Oh man, I don't know what strategic method that they took, or what they thought they was gonna do, or what was somebody just trying to bring down a corporation. Man, it's almost working. I mean, there's so much controversy around it, and it's so opposite what it is. But Anheuser-Busch held social knife uh, to restaurants, bar owners, you know what I'm saying, heads, you know what I'm saying, which is unfair. It's like you bullying them, you know. And man, it's a mug. I can imagine uh, even being threatened, people calling in, and it mainly be the Transformers doing them. Y'all know the Transformers be with the mess. They messy. Transformers are messy as hell. That's their attribute. They are very messy and they start shit. They provoke a lot of shit. I had one that worked with me right one time. I used to talk about how I used to go to the library pick up my son, and I was telling him, be kind of packed up there all the time because the library is been edited on, edition, so they made it nicely surrounded. But when I told him, what would be going on, guys be hooping and all that other stuff, he was like, man, I could be up there. They'll find me catching dick, sucking dick somewhere. I'm like, oh my God, you nasty thing, you. I mean, it was so upfront with it. And it's just like, God damn, boy. I mean, that's whatever float your boat. But man, after that, it was just like, man, ain't no telling what you may be praying on, what you may be thinking about. You know what I'm saying? And they have a tendency to be aggressive. And it's aggressiveness that Anheuser-Busch didn't let them smoke. It's a hard hitter. It's a hard hitter. Now you got little restaurants and whatnot. They feeling that free throw pressure, you know what I'm saying? With the customers and all that. And we're going to let them cook and use some of their audio because it's not fair how they put people in a corner. If they can identify this as a transition, I identify myself as a millionaire. What my millionaire prices? What my privileges at? I should have been had reparations, all that. IJS, IJS, IJS. But we finna cook. on this Fox business. I'm gonna leave a link in the description box. Let's rock and roll.
This is the controversy with about a trans activist on the Bud Light cans. The owner of Grills Seafood says Bud's partnership with Dylan Mulvaney is in direct opposition to our biblical faith. End quote. Grills owner John Penovich joins me now. Joe, if you've stopped serving Bud Light because of Dylan Mulvaney, you're going to be accused of being transphobic. Are you transphobic?
Phobic always mean a fear. And I don't fear anything. I'm but God. Learning how to do that because dogs or something like snakes, that's a whole different thing. Bears, you got a kind of indication of fear of that. But as far as this right here, nah, man, come on now. I'm not scared of that. Come on, Transformers.
No, certainly not, Stuart. Thanks for having us on. Yeah, it's been a terrible week. It's been actually a couple of weeks now, probably the most difficult 2 weeks we've ever experienced in our life in this industry.
Why? Why is it the most difficult period of your life?
Anheuser-Busch, they held a social knife over all of our heads here, and they dropped it very irresponsibly. It threw us into turmoil by standing on our biblical faith. It put us at odds with other people that didn't take that stance, and that brought us into hell on earth. And it put my 500 employees into slander and name calling, and it's done damage to our organization. It's caused major key beloved employees to resign from the heat. And I just hope there's somebody a lot smarter than me that can somehow make this corporation responsible for either what was just an unbelievably stupid marketing campaign or something a lot.
What did he say? Y'all heard him. I mean, it was just like a left hook. I mean, real talk, like this right here. This is what it is. I mean, boom. You're like, what the hell? Once again, say that again, sir.
This corporation responsible for either what was just an unbelievably stupid marketing campaign or something a lot different.
Well, would you consider withdrawing your problem and serving Bud Light again? Would you consider doing that?
No, here's the problem, right, Stuart? When Bud Light chose to put Dylan Mulvaney on their can, that forever emblazoned that image on our minds, right? And that's how marketing works. So I would forever be a co-marketer, a promoter of that which I do not believe in. I have no choice moving forward at this point, no matter what they do. And, but their walk back has been pathetic and just I wouldn't believe anything they say at this point. But there's no going back for us just because of what they intended to have us co-market with them.
Joe, you've told us your story, and we're very interested in it. And we want to thank you very much for appearing on the show today to tell us your story and tell us what's going on in your restaurant, Grills Restaurant. Thanks for being with us. We want to talk to you again at some point in the future, see how things are going for you, and see what decisions you've made. Joe.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Joe. My man, Joe. Give him a round of applause here, man. Give him a round of applause. Round of applause. Yeah, but the Transformers off the chain, man. And they going to put their narrative out there, and you better comply with it. Because if you don't, it's your head. This your boy Moose. Do me a favor. Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Peace and a bottle of happy.
It grows to full capacity. You don't want brain to grow. You want mind to grow. And the expansion of mind can go 76 quintillion miles, meaning that the brain is capable of coming into contact with the universe of light. And not only coming in contact with it, but learning how to deal with it and master it. That's expansion of mind. The mind is able to pierce the wall of darkness that sunlight does not illuminate. But the mind can go beyond the limit of light and bring out of darkness new creations. Mind can do that. When God gave you brain, he gave you that which set you apart from everything else in creation, and he made you potentially the supreme being. I'm going to say it again. What did he make you? Potentially the supreme being.